I'm excited to learn how to cook and be traditional and just, chef it up in the kitchen so I can catch a man.
Because we all know the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. You could look good. Don't get me wrong. Like, you could look good, but when you make a man a really great dinner, oof. What is up, kinfolk? So, Pearl is come out with episode 2 of Wife School. What I'm excited for is, if you are a fan of Just Pearly Things podcast, you know who Auntie Jenny is, and I love me some Auntie Jenny. So, without further ado, let's get into it.
Today I'm going to take Pearl shopping, and we are going to buy shopping for a week where she can do all of her meals for 2 people for a week, £30. It's a challenge and she's taking it up.
I don't even think she can do it.
How much is 30 pounds in US? Hold on. Let me move where's my phone? Hey Siri, what is 30 pounds in US dollars? A week for 2 people off of $36.70. I fed myself off of like $40 a week if I go to the grocery store and just make something that I repeat every day. So if it's going to be like a repeat meal, that makes sense. I think the biggest thing for this challenge is getting stuff that's on sale. Lots of veggies, because they typically tend to be a little bit more cheaper. The particular type of store that you go to. Clearance items. I know a lot of people fear clearance items. If you're smart about it and if you freeze stuff, I think that they may be able to come out with this. $36 for 2 though, I'm a little skeptical.
I want to turn you into a high value wife potential, and Timberland boots don't come into the equation.
Okay, to be fair, it's snowing.
Oh yeah, you can have lovely feminine snow boots.
But not the Tims.
Not the Tims. I'm sure that Tims do feminine ones.
I don't know.
I think they do.
I got these for free. Really? Some people have opinions that are right. Some people have opinions that are wrong. Personally, I thought I looked adorable today, but Auntie did not feel the same way.
So Auntie, what do you think of Pearl's style?
What style?
Your style right now.
Exactly, what style? Has she got a style? It's like, I see it, I like it, I wear it. That's not style.
This is supposed to be about Pearl. It's not supposed to be about me. Auntie, why are you getting on me like that? Unacceptable. I feel called out. Oh, I don't like to be uncomfortable. And unfortunately, the most comfortable clothes are sweatpants and sweatshirts. The whole see it, wear it, walk out with it. That's me. Like right now, literally, I'm in a sweatshirt and like my pajama pants because like it's also storming outside and I'm home. But best believe if I need to run to the store to just grab one thing, I'm probably going to walk out with this. I'm not going to lie.
Pearl doesn't like fruit and vegetables. She said, what if she don't like them? I said, same thing what I said to my son, you will learn to like them.
Okay, tell them why we got the bananas.
We got the bananas because they're only 78 pence and they're always going to be cheaper than buying the pre-bagged ones. And because the apples are too expensive.
I like bananas. I love cabbage. Oh no, we can't get it. Because it's in the shape of a heart.
It's very interesting, like the types of things she's like, if it's off to the side and it's not in a bundle, it's cheaper as opposed to having it together. Checking for how long something has been around, if it needs extra days to sit, is also good for the longevity. You don't want to have something, depending on what you're trying to cook as well. So I think they probably have in their mind what the mindset of what the dish is going to be. You want to buy something that might be still needing to ripen, because if you're not going to cook something initially, you're going to end up having to throw it away if it's like a meal that's for a couple days down the line. I can't remember the last time I went shopping with my mom. It's kind of bad, isn't it? I'm liking the advice so far. Good reminder. Good tips.
Drumsticks are too expensive, so we're going to buy the leg. What you need to do when you're shopping, that's £2.45 a kilo.
Okay.
Right? And if you go up here, this is $1.99 a kilo. And because it's a leg, you've got the drumstick on there already.
Oh, okay.
Right, so you cut it in half.
Yeah. Right. We got something I like.
She's right. Auntie is right. Anytime you buy something at a store if there is processing that is involved, they're going to jack up the price. So what she was telling Pearl right there is like, yeah, we could get the drumsticks, but because we're on a budget, we can't get the drumsticks. Instead, go for the thigh and the drumstick pack, because all you have to do is process yourself. Similar with whole chickens. If you buy a whole chicken and you process it yourself, it's going to be a lot cheaper. Some stores actually will even break down your chicken for you. That's something you have to ask. Just a little note. I feel like telling this will make more people go out and have butchers doing extra work. Sorry, guys. But it's true. Another one is Starbucks. A lot of people don't realize how much money they're spending on just milk and coffee. Cold brew. Everybody was raving about cold brew. All cold brew is you literally just take your coffee grinds, put it in a filter, put it in cold water, have it sit overnight. These are the things that people don't understand, is when you are going to these places, you're paying for processing and the products are pennies on the dollar. You can buy all this stuff off the shelf and be set and make your own coffee for a hot minute than if you would to go ahead and buy it from Starbucks. Save your $5 a day. Make your own coffee.
Auntie, you know what I don't understand? Here's another thing I don't understand. Why can't I buy what I want? Now, I understand we're just saving for the sake of saving, but the channel's doing well. I mean, I don't think it's absurd. I don't think it's absurd to spend $50 a week on groceries. I don't think that's absurd when you do well. However, Auntie, for whatever reason, thinks it is. So she's just buying all the cheapest shit. Everything's cheap, cheap, cheap. And now she's saying, I don't like that food. I don't like cucumbers. She said I have to eat it anyway. I'm like, what am I, 5? Apparently. So yeah, I have to eat foods I don't like.
I think a lot of people don't know how to save. And I think that people do believe in splurging, especially when times are good. I had a really great job where I was making really good money, and I splurged because for the first time in my life, I had tons of money. Now I'm back at a job where I'm not making as much. I was smart because even though I did splurge, I did save money. But there are a lot of purchases that I could look back on that I'm like, I really didn't need that. So you always save for the rainy day. Plus, if we're going to use the $50 mark, $36 to $50 over the course of a year will add up. You're saving $14 a week, $56 a month, $672 in the year. And this is just from the food. We haven't even talked about the clothes, because some people have closets full of clothes and they don't even wear it. By cutting out stuff here, you can also either save or you could put it in other places.
No. You gotta check the eggs to make sure they're not broken.
Oh, this one's broken.
Okay.
I worked in a grocery store. Here are all the tricks. Always check your eggs. You can return food. When it comes to expiration dates, always go for the stuff that's in the back. I'm gonna admit, the store that I was working at, they didn't rotate the stuff. But if they're really decent at rotating their stock, they will always put the older stuff in the front, the newest stuff in the back. This is where I say, I'm telling y'all this, but be considerate. I absolutely hate it when people would, knowing these things, would grab the stuff from the back or from instead of the front, but then they leave a whole mess in their wake. If you're an adult, clean up after yourself. Most stores have a newspaper with all the deals for the week. Always show up early, because a lot of people will miss out on deals because they wait until like a day before the deal is off, and now they're asking for rain checks and they get frustrated. It's like, don't wait till the last minute. If anything, get there early, get the deal, and get out, because you'll have the freshest stuff. And if they, let's say they don't have anything, you still have a couple of days to give yourself a little wiggle room to get what you need for your family. Don't piss off the employees.
I really don't spend money on a lot of things. Like, I really don't buy a lot of clothes. I really don't buy a lot of anything. But I do enjoy me some food and some coffee. I would say at least, like, I don't want to say, it's really embarrassing. Eating out too and deliveries, probably like at least $400 a month in dollars. I don't know what that is in pounds. That's like 300 pounds. Probably 500. Yeah.
Girl. All right. Once again, she's not alone in this. Like, the average person my age spends about $400, $500 eating out. And then add in DoorDash and delivery. You can have a $20 pizza easily become a $30 pizza. Plus, because you have the delivery fee, you also have the tip. So all this takes into account how much money you spend, as opposed to, let's say, actually driving to the place and getting it yourself. It's just we've come up in this generation where everything is so simple. We don't have to go and do stuff. And because we're also really busy too, there's certain times where, yeah, I know I can drive and get my food, but I'm wasting time doing that when I could be doing something else. And having to feed myself should not be overwhelming. But it can be if you are balling on a budget. And honestly, you can save a ton more money, once again, making your own food as opposed to buying it. Because now it's not just the food that you're taking into account, it's the processing and everything else that gets put into the price.
Auntie's telling me I got a lot of changing to do to be more traditional. And I'm working on it, but this is hard. I'm used to my takeout, I won't lie to you. And like buying whatever food I want at the grocery store. But I'm on a new path. Hi.
I'd forgotten the onions, and I said to Pearl, you go and stay in the queue, and then I run and get the onions. And then I saw this man,
Oh no! I could not stand when my mom would say,
Hey, I forgot something. Stay here. Stay here while I run and go get something.
they never run and they're never in a hurry to actually go get the thing that they need. You're sitting there and you're sweating bullets because you see the line behind you. That did something. You know, there's therapy. There's therapy connected to this story. Because now, if I forget stuff, I don't go back for it. I'm just like, well, we just gonna make do. As a kid, it's terrible. I'll probably do it to my kids. You're not a kid and you haven't experienced shopping 100% until you've been left in line.
Auntie. She went over. Yeah, these two.
we're going to leave them.
Auntie,
We're sticking to the budget now. We're going to stick to the budget.
Auntie.
Go ahead. That's what's left over. Go sell some bargain.
All right, so $29.84. One thing I will say from this, which is why she's saving so much money, is the vegetables and the fruit. That's going to be the cheapest thing. You start going into protein territory, that's when you get your biggest expense. So it looks like they optimized it. They got a lot of fruits and vegetables, which is going to be on the lower side, and even the types, because Auntie mentioned earlier, I love me some apples, but apples here are like, I think the cheapest apples I've seen are like $1.99 a pound, as opposed to getting some bananas. It'll definitely help you to save money. I did go ahead and ask my mom if she could feed 2 people on a budget. I gave her $40. And pretty much everything that Auntie Jenny said was how my mom would feed a family of 2. I guess there's like a league of mothers. Like, they just all know this stuff. So apparently this is some of the things that you guys can do. I really enjoyed it, but let me know what you guys think, kinfolk, in the comment section below. What are some tips that you have for grocery shopping, for staying under budget? And not just groceries, I mean, even when it comes to like clothes and shopping. Like, I personally want to hear from you guys and some of your tips on how to save money. Please leave them down in the comment sections for everybody. And if you guys have gotten this far, please like the video. It helps me out a lot, and I definitely do appreciate. And subscribe for the next one. I can't wait for episode 3 to drop. But as always, kinfolk, I love you, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.